Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us we have the Sangean PR-D9W, and I'm performing an evening medium wave band scan. First we'll go over features of the radio, 2 we'll do a size comparison, and 3 we'll start cruising the band. So let's check out the radio. Sangean Public Alert PR-D9W AM FM stereo with weather alert, which is really nice. Also charges batteries if you have the AC adapter hooked up and nickel metal hydride batteries installed. Pretty cool. Left hand side of the radio we have a headphone jack for the FM stereo experience. DC input, 9 volts, half amp. There's polarity, and they give you the AC adapter when you buy the radio. On the front here we have a 2 1/4 inch speaker. Here we have our LCD display, shows a 12-hour clock or a 24-hour clock, your choice. Up here, power button, sleep function. Here you'll see it says charge and weather alert. It's a little red LED here, so when you plug in the AC adapter and you're charging your batteries, this will show it's charging, and of course when your weather alert is activated. The buttons here, we have step and band buttons, so the band is self-explanatory, AM and FM band. And then when the power is off, you can press and hold this to change the FM stepping from 200 kHz to 100 kHz, and the AM stepping from 9 kHz to 10 kHz. Here we have weather alert, so you go hit this button to get to the weather band, and then press and hold to activate the alert mode. Here we have display. You tap that when the radio is on to bring the clock up or to get the frequency back. And you can also press and hold to turn off FM stereo if you're trying to listen to a distant FM station and it's not coming in very well. That may help. Volume keys, up and down tuning. My favorites button, it accesses 19 presets that you put in with this memo button here. We have a display light setting. We have high, off, low. You can see the low is pretty low, medium, and high. 2 alarms, wake to buzzer and wake to radio. Those are really cool alarms. They can be set to certain volumes, and of course the radio to certain frequencies. And of course time set. Pretty self-explanatory. There you are. Right hand side we have a lock switch to lock the radio down, so when you're carrying it, that's a very handy feature. Top of the radio we have the FM antenna, swivels, and is quite sturdy. Like that, that's going to last. On the back of the radio we have Sangean, and it has the way the 4 AA batteries are installed. There you go, and then the frequency information. And of course, there's a little micro switch in there. You really can't see it when the batteries are installed, but there's a switch. You choose alkaline or nickel metal hydride. That's so you don't charge alkaline batteries with your AC charger when you plug it in. So right now we have EBL high capacity rechargeables, and I have the switch set to the rechargeable mode. So if I plug in the AC adapter, it will charge those. Pretty cool setup. I like that. All right. So let's go ahead and do a little size comparison. Just gonna set this off to the side. We got CC pocket for size. Not too bad. This reminds me of like a paperback book, about the same thickness. Plug on that. All right. Next we have CC Skywave, shortwave portable. Just to give you an idea what these two look like together for size. Yeah, the Sangean's bigger. Also has a larger speaker for a better audio. You're definitely gonna like to hear this audio. And last but not least, Iron Man, he's the man with the master plan. He can spin it like no one can. He loves Sangeans from China land. He's the master man, Iron Man. It gets worse and worse, doesn't it? Rockin, I got a new deck of cards. Isn't that cool? All right. So you guys probably have seen those already. So let's go ahead and turn this on. I don't know where I stopped. I think I start 1700. Yeah, I was doing a... Go ahead and go to the bottom of the band here. Battery life indicator. Band we're on, and of course the frequency. I have a Turk Advantage passive loop here. This is a great thing to have. Takes no power, helps amplify a signal for the medium wave, and we'll use it if we need to. Probably not though. And of course for those rookies out there who are just getting into radio, don't understand what portable radios have, they actually have 2 antennas. The external antenna here for FM, and there's an internal antenna, runs about here, for the AM band or the medium wave band. And what that internal antenna is, it's a ferrite rod with a coil wrapped around, and it's to bring in those long wavelengths versus the short wavelengths that the little antenna on the back does. So yeah, and then the neat thing about it is this horizontal edge, if you point it towards the station, it'll get better. So that's how you tune the radio. So if you see me turning this radio, that's what I'm doing. Now most of you guys watching this know that, but I like to give a little primer to those who don't. Let's get started. That's coming in nice and clear. CHLO, Brampton, Ontario, 441 miles, 250 watts. Before I continue, let's hit the display button. This is the current time, 10:24 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I'm near Chicago, Illinois, right in the Midwest. Excellent. So this is ESPN WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin. This is 70 miles away, 400 watts. I think it's aimed at a different location. It's pretty close to me, but comes in rather weak.
That's kind of what Albert's doing. Kind of made the same. I don't know if they donated money, but if they can't do that, then the backup should be to do what again.
KTRS, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles, 5,000 watts.
And maybe put a link to maybe what in Afghanistan and Iraq combined, because the president has met his targets of getting both the troop deployments down below 2,500 as promised.
Here's 560 WIND, Chicago.
The big question is if this is necessary. If it's necessary because there is such a threat.
I'm not a parent. I can't speak to parent as a parent, but I would definitely say I am concerned with.
It's coming rather faint. Comes in clearer, actually towards dusk. WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 175 miles, 5,000 watts.
Jared Porter stopped and didn't call them back. The Mets released a statement tonight saying they have spoken with Jared Porter and they will have more necessary to do their own investigation. Now, obviously, this is just happening.
Okay, I think this is KCSP, Kansas City, Missouri, 400 miles, 5,000 watts.
But she would send back responses that.
Man, I am jumping and leaping and pow off the hips to show that a block was.
Pow!
The foul of choice.
WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 52 miles, 10,000 watts. Pretty close.
I kind of like crow hopped into it and then right to the double T and then wait.
Yeah. If you put it all together.
Can't hover on the music, but this is CFCO, 630 Chatham, Ontario, 310 miles, 6,000 watts. And if I turn the radio, I might be able to pick up St. Louis, Missouri. Just barely. I can hear a gentleman talking. There you go. KYFI. It's a religious station. 275 miles, 5,000 watts. Okay, we got Hispanic music on WMFN, Peatone, Illinois. 75 miles, 1,600 watts at night. Okay, this is WSM, Nashville, Tennessee. 434 miles, coming in really good. Now we're just picking up a hint of 660, which is WFAN, New York, New York. I'm going to bring the loop in. Let's see if we can't tune that in better. I'm going to go edge on. Let's bring this tune down here. It's rather tricky. Okay, helped a little bit. Here we go. You can just pick up parts of it here.
Sanders, I mean, I experienced all of that. But I just...
So yeah, it was difficult getting it in because it's close to a strong station. This is 670 The Score, WSCR, Chicago.
You know,
home of the Cubs.
Subjected to had I brought some of these issues up. So, and just plus, we didn't have the social media platforms as we do now. If you think about
Okay, I heard her say Winnipeg. I'm not sure if this is CFTR.
And assist families in finding stability during the coldest night of the year walk on February 20th by visiting cnoy.org today.
Okay, we're getting 670 coming through, but I can't do 1 kHz tuning. That'd be nice. It did say CJOB. I'll put the information here. Pretty cool. It's a far station. Nice.
Yeni now. Lifts it back, Romanoff. For the second time tonight, he's trying to shot with power play. The stick broken half.
Okay, I think this is CKGM, Montreal, Quebec. 763 miles. Nice, another Canadian station.
That's a lot. All the power on his stick, and then it broke in half. What a wrist shot that was.
5 split in northern Kentucky. The race across the board, 33 degrees.
This is the week. The state of Ohio is expanding vaccinations to include anyone 80 and over.
Okay, WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
Across the southern Ohio area, so no appointments are available right now. They're telling people the time slots have been filled and encouraging them.
Just picking up a hint of 710 WOR, New York, New York, which is 750 miles.
40, Friday, 26. I'm WGN meteorologist Demetrius Ivory.
Hi, it's Lindsay of House Smarts Radio. You've heard me
So WGN, Chicago, 720.
But now hear from their customer
home of the White Sox.
I learned about you guys from one of my contractors.
Just pick up some country music here. You guys can hear that? That is CKDM, 730 Dauphin, Manitoba, 820 miles. Very nice. A little bit of bleed through from Zoomer, that's interesting. CFZM 740 Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. Always a pleasure to listen to.
Tree care. Call Heath Tree Service or find us online at heathtreeservice.com.
Before you head back out on Atlantis Road, download the WSB Triple Team Traffic Alert app and get warnings of major problems on your specific commute. Automatic audio alert, just for you from the WSB Traffic Team. Brought to you by Cool Race Lifetime Parts and Labor Warranty. WSB Triple Team Traffic Alert.
Okay, saying it over and over. This is Atlanta, Georgia.
Time is 11:34. Travel advisory on the north side perimeter. It looks like traffic pacing.
630 miles away. Nice.
400, exit number 27. DOT reporting roadwork in multiple right lanes there as well. You can take 85.
Child. Visit SaveTheChildren.org/.
www.save-the-children.org/share the love. That's Save the Children.
WJR, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles.
Share the love. Furnished by Save the Children.
Incitement to insurrection. Something lately.
770 WABC, New York, New York. Of course, it's getting interference from the adjacent stations.
Well, you know, it depends, John, on what you think the objective of the impeachment was. It seems
Sometimes you can detune those stations by using a passive loop.
Impeachment set of articles in a way that was actually designed to convict, remove, and disqualify President Trump. You would have done it very differently than it was done here. For one thing, you wouldn't have taken 5 days off, and you would have highlighted different aspects of his behavior than what they highlighted.
A former casino once owned by President Trump has canceled that effort after receiving a cease and desist letter from conservative billionaire Carl.
Here's 780 WBBM, Chicago. Home of the Bears.
Icon told the Associated Press he'll donate $175,000 to the Boys and Girls Club of Atlantic City to replace money that would have been raised by a charity.
And if you see there, it says Memory 3.
To press the button to demolish
it's number 3 on my favorites.
Trump Plaza Casino. WBBM News Time, 10:36.
I like the timestamps. Very handy.
Is that, well, yeah, but it's different when our side does it. Yes, I'm noticing the double standard. Here is Washington, D.C.
Here's 810 WGY, Albany, New York, 740 miles.
When people like General Mattis made clear that what this was an attempted...
An article setting North was a part of these investigations into the misspending, and that he had contributed.
Two mixing stations. We're getting WBAP, this gentleman's voice here. This is 820 out of Fort Worth, Texas, 810 miles. Then when I turn it towards Chicago, I'm getting WCPT still.
A long-time PR firm, Ackerman reference to...
How would you try to pardon yourself? And by the way, people are saying you can't do that. Okay? Because the president is not above the law. But what...
830 WCCO, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 310 miles.
That would be so mind-blowing. I never want to hear from anyone ever again
that Martin Luther King's dream was for America to become the true melting pot that it was meant to be.
Here's 840 WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky.
That doesn't happen. For the last few years, we have watched minor disagreements between Americans.
Teams that are trying to leapfrog up there to get, say, a Trey Lance, for example. I mean, that's a perfect example of a guy that could be sitting there at 9, and you're a team that maybe doesn't want to bring on another project quarterback.
Here's a KOA News Radio and Sports. This is Denver, Colorado, 890 miles.
Okay, I'm in a bit of a redshirt year. I have the opportunity to wait until next year.
Cet petit qui, non seulement est vraiment préoccupé par le fait que le Père Noël va passer, mais aussi...
CJBC, Toronto, Ontario.
...aller aux toilettes avec elle. C'est ça, la vie de parent aussi. Donc, ça prend pas de...
870 WWL, New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles.
Office podcast hosted by Rich Klein and Kevin Durant's 35 Ventures business partner. Industry leaders talk about who they are, how they got here, and things they learned along the way you might not expect. Listen on radio.com and Apple Podcasts.
Okay. So for call letters. Okay, they're just talking. It's WCBS. Kind of fading. Here we go.
I talked to a restaurateur who just opened Mark's on Madison in November.
750 miles. Nice.
In the low 20s, he would normally employ about 75 people if he were fully up.
That's why I was grateful to the Mark Levin for, you know, the nuggets of wisdom that he shares with me about talk radio.
Here's WLS, Chicago. High-pitched whine coming from the camera.
But I bring that up to say, you're right. If you're from a...
Got old-time radio on CHML, barely coming in. Hamilton, Ontario, 430 miles.
Have this town turned upside down just because you fellas lost the fight to the unbid. That's what you think. Where's the door, Kenzie? After you, Marshal. All right.
I'm gonna go a little quicker.
In San Francisco, we went to some restaurant, I can't remember, with a lot of my teammates, and we got...
Just want to make that comment.
Well, I must have bumped that.
A hint of desperation to a move like this?
Absolutely not, and I think everybody needs to understand...
I'm like, what happened? CPW, Winnipeg, Manitoba, 675 miles.
They were already a Category 4. So when Jason...
What does that do? What does it do with Category 4?
So it means that...
Here, I like Buffalo. You know, Buffalo's a great place. I think I'm going to stay here another year rather than he might have been.
Good tone for AM talk, which is nice. 1000 WMVP, Chicago.
He might have been.
Really easy convenience to be able to access that service in-house. So, but this story of the barber leaving with all the secrets.
1010. It's coming in strong. CFRB, Toronto, Ontario. 460 miles again.
Like back in the day where they had private dining rooms in...
That if they're...
Take notes.
Comfortable with what's going on here?
Yeah.
Nice.
Rational decisions is really a...
1020 KDKA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 450 miles.
We'll talk about when we come back with our guest, Michelle Steve, and that is veterans. Homeless people in our midst. Answers Behind the Red Door is the book written by our guest and David.
Right here in our own country. When we come back, more of this remarkable story, Superman versus the Ku Klux Klan, on Our American Story.
WHO, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles.
News Radio 1040, WHO.
Nice.
Listen and subscribe wherever you...
How about News Radio? There will be a new generation of civil rights lawyers thanks to a generous anonymous donation. Now for an update on traffic and weather on the tubes. Back to Pete.
Hi, Steve. So right now we have some construction on 76 westbound running from University to 30th, blocking the left lane.
This is KYW, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles. We'll go a little faster because we're getting towards the end of the video.
Eastbound on
1090 is KAAY, Little Rock, Arkansas, 570 miles.
We're in a solar minimum.
That's way beyond my pay grade. I would like to mention one more thing, though. I do intuitively...
WTAM, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles.
Katrina.
To say that the fence doesn't work is just not true. Just not true. Protect dreamers and their families. You knew this
should be KFAB.
They're interesting, and their families too. Doctor provided young people, pass the background check, etc. Biden will remove the uncertainty.
Omaha, Nebraska, 405 miles.
What's the address there? It's online. I don't have it memorized. It's like 1220.
KMOX, St. Louis, Missouri. Nice.
It is incredible that people continue to trot out the Schenck versus United States fire in a crowded theater argument. It was overruled.
WRVA, Richmond, Virginia, 665 miles.
But again, it's really about speech I don't like, because this will be used.
Around us, the press caused us what the NAACP aims to do.
Well, thanks so much for having me. And I mean, to make
Probably
this more
KBOB, Davenport, Iowa.
advocating on behalf of communities all throughout the street. Our goal above all is to
be kicked out. Nobody was calling in January 2017 for anybody to be kicked out because they objected.
Here's Wham, Rochester, New York, 545 miles.
Because they can.
Two last questions with District 1 Republican Louis Gummer. We always appreciate the time and the access. Number one.
I don't know.
78?
Yes,
There's clearly a reduction in municipal capacity. That's not even questionable. That's true.
WPHD, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
He's the same guy physically. There are some people actually think he's
I'll go to the top of the dial.
But there's something wrong there. There's something.
So quite a bit you can find here if you spend the time. I'm just going to go up a little quicker.
Shortages is likely. Don't take chances. Make the decision to acquire a dependable supply of long-lasting
15 WLEC, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles.
Means planning to fail. Don't wait for the next crisis. Have a
in the season. We have about a death on our team. We're going to guys who come off the bench relatively.
Here's 1530 WCKY, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
With the proper tools and instead of,
KXEL, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles.
without that kind of attention.
As mãos na labareda, deu as mãos de bandeja palmatória. Você cometeu a...
CHHA, Toronto, Ontario. Now, mystery Spanish programming on 1630. I have no idea where it's coming from. If you guys know, let me know.
And if you reside in a non-regulated state, then BetRivers.net has action for you. BetRivers, your hometown sportsbook.
KCNZ, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles, 1,000 watts.
warning. This product contains
Okay, the music there is WPTX. This is Lexington Park, Maryland, 685 miles, all the way out to the East Coast. Okay, mixing stations. So I'm getting a Hispanic station. This I think is KKLF, Richardson, Texas, 790 miles. It's pretty awesome. Usually KBGG from Des Moines, Iowa is pretty loud. Yep, cool. That was interesting. So there it is, the Sangean PR-D9W during the evening. What a performer. For a little size radio, this does very well. This would be something you just have sitting on the kitchen counter, plugged in, ready to go just for normal listening. And, at night you can actually, DX, and during the day too. During the day it does very well. And it's a nice sounding speaker there. And You have dual alarms, so if you want to do it in the bedroom, and do it in the bedroom. Have it in the bedroom. And you have your dual alarms to wake up with. That's nice. Yeah, you could have it non-traditional alarm clock. Have a cool radio. Unplug it and take it on the go. Love it. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a big like if you guys did. I enjoy making these for you. It's just nice little filler episodes, you know, kind of reintroduce you to the radio too. And also Sangean, if you like the company and you like to see more products, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, get notified of future reviews. I'm looking at that new 909X2 or 909X Ultimate, or whatever they're calling it. Shortwave radio, I'll check that out when it comes out, and you'll see it on this channel. And of course, comment below what you think about the Sangean PR-D9W. Is it a radio you think you'd buy in this day and age when there's so many AM, FM, digital, portable radios out there? Do you like this form factor? Do you like everything it can do? Let me know. All right, guys, take care, and we'll see you in my next video.